Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. And here's Los Angeles. Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. And a miss there on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here is Hardaway to the middle. Pulls it up. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Here's Beverly. Leonard finds Beverly. And a deep 3 from George. The rebound by Marjanovic. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Marjanovic. Top of the key, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Outside, Batum. That doesn't go either for George.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Finney-Smith's checked in. And it's Beverly missing.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Richardson finds Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Marjanovic has got his 2nd basket.
And the D getting out work there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get. And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Jackson. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Brunson the pass to Redick. Brunson, great positioning on the putback.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Clippers trail by 9. On the wing, but 2. Outside Jackson. Shot to stop the run. And no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The shot by Redick, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Dallas leading by 9. Dallas moving it around. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Trey Burke's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Cauley-Stein, and he lays it straight in.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And the basket is good.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Here's Brunson. Kennard with the rebound.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Powell. Then there's Burke, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Cousins. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And here's Brunson. Kicks to Cauley Stein. Passes it to Powell. Cauley Stein with it. Let's go. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now here is Hardaway. And there's the pass to Powell. Shoots over Batum. The shot by Powell, no good. Clippers trail by 7. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
On the wing, Batum. Back to Rondo. Pass to Kennard. Poke loose, and the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Dallas.
One of the toughest covers in the league. Kawhi's jumper just keeps getting better.
On the wing, Doncic. That shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Burke. And the 3 off target. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to man. Outside Leonard. Kennard on the wing. Shoots over Doncic, and it comes off the front of the rim. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Hope they get it back. 2 on the clock. That misses off the backboard.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Doncic. 1:05 left here in the second. Richardson against Jackson. The Clippers trail. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. So both teams making some changes here. And so here is Dallas. They've led by as many as 11 points. 44 seconds left to play in the first half.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Beverly. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. Beverly's got his first basket.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverly gets up and down the court in a blink.
Doncic outside. Can they get it? Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Doncic has got his second basket of the night. Pass to Jackson. Here's George. It's rebounded by Dallas. One-on-one here. Just 3 on the clock. Crane for 2 points. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a...
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression? And that does it for our half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Here's Los Angeles now.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Andrew Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Mavericks leading. Now Doncic. He's got 6. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. 2 free throws coming up. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here's Doncic. Marjanovic finds Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Richardson, no luck.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Oturu, the pass to Zubac. Short. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. The Clippers shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Good on the 13-footer. Doncic has got 8.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
Here's Rondo. No good with the triple. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Out to Doncic. Back to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Passes it to George. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. It's good. And now a 4-point Maverick lead.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
And he overshot that one, missing.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Great D that time from Rondo. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Batum for three. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Over in the corner, Doncic. 1:37 left in the third quarter. And the pass to Marjanovic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Leonard. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Redick with it, guarded now by Jackson. Lets the three fly. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Cousins, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Now here's Redick. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Stolen by Jackson. On the wing, Morris. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Can they get it? Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they continue to control the glass.
And stolen by Burke. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Outside, Redick. From deep three-point range, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in a power forward. And here's Beverly after Luka Doncic hitting the three. Nailed from three-point land.
A fierce competitor. Kennard fires back with a three of his own.
Dallas leading by 8. Now here's Doncic. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Offensive rebound. Zubac. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Effort play, pursuing the basketball. Love how he puts in the work.
Here's Doncic. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
And Jackson gets it to go.
Terrific use of his body to open up space on the inside.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Fires from the line. Off the left rim and out. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson down low. Covered by Redick. And Jackson gets it to go.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. Now, here's Doncic. Clock at 6. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. From deep three-point range, shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Paul George.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here is Marjanovic. Back to Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Now here's Leonard. Oturu, the pass to Beverly. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Beverly against Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks leading by 3. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And with that unique combination of size and skill, Porzingis is a dependable late-game scoring option.
Now, here's George. That shot off.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Doncic outside. Marjanovic down low. Working on Zubac. Marjanovic finds Hardaway. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. And now it's an 8-point Dallas lead. The deep three from George. The Clippers keep it alive. And here's Leonard from 3. He's off on that one. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Dallas. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The 3 for Doncic. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Richardson. From deep. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Zubac the pass to Leonard. It's George on the wing. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it. And
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. One-on-one fast break. And Lillard throws it down.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
George passes to Zubac. From deep three-point range. The shot by George, no good. Now the pass to Giles. To the inside. Here's Simons, defended by George. Fires the 3. And it's Lillard missing. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And it's Beverley missing. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Inside. Here's Simons. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
And Beverley kicks to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. This one for 3. A shot missing. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
From deep, George. The rebound by Giles.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Covington's shot is off.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Here's Beverley. And the Clippers miss again.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's Beverley. Portland making their last shot. They need this, and George with the stop.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Here's Simons, defended by George. And it's Simons missing. Clippers trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Oturu, the pass to George. Tips it. It's good on the putback.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's McCollum. Back to Powell. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Can't cash in from the high post. Clippers trail by 6. Lays it up off the glass.
And not just a jump shooter. Kennard is more than capable of doing real damage from the interior as well.
A 3 from McCollum. Again, McCollum missing. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Nurkic with the steal. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
The Clippers shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Jackson looking around. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Rondo passes to Batum. That one off the back iron and out.
No, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers holding on to an 8-point lead. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his up.
I think it comes from being
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, Giles is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard. He gets it in there.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Out left to the wing. Here's Rondo. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles kicks to Lillard. From deep. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Cousins. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 5 rebounds tonight. And he dunks it down.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Rondo scanning the floor. Stripped away. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. And Portland again with the bucket.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
That one goes in. Rondo's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Rondo's jumper can really unlock other parts of his game. The defense better be careful there.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And it's the Clippers with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. McCollum outside. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, kicks it out to McCollum. From deep three-point range, the Clippers grab the miss, and the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Clippers. Outside, George. Three-pointer. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got his second bucket of the night.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Hits it from three-point range.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
On the wing, George. That doesn't go either for George.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
And here are the Blazers. They're on a 13-4 run right now.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't miss words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to him.
Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
Now here's McCollum. 7 points in the game. Yep, that one goes.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
A nice shot by George.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 9. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
And so he hits the technical free throw. From deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Oh, and that's just a great defensive effort.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Portland was looking great right away. They had great chemistry early on, both offensively. And that's going to...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4-man position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Anthony's checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. And here's McCollum for 3. Lillard from outside. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Beverley, the pass to Zubac. Here's George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George. Just slicing apart the defense with that terrific ability to penetrate.
Now here's Anthony. Lillard from outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Powell's got 5 now. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Pass to Zubac. Wants to get it to Rondo and does. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
When having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. Here is Lillard. He's got 11. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. Nurkic checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for McCollum. Here's Lillard. 11-point game. Over to the left wing. And it's Simons missing. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Lets it go from deep. Kennard's shot is off. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Jackson passes to Kennard. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Portland leading by 11. And now Portland on the break. A nice shot by Simons. Simons has got 8 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. Back to Kennard. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for Fernie Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Anthony kicks to Powell. And it's McCollum in the corner. There's the 3. Score of the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Jackson. Good.
He's not the biggest guy on the court, but Jackson doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. He'll take a knock as long as he can get his points out of it.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 12. Nurkic the pass to Jones. Anthony with it. He dishes it to McCollum. No good from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Nurkic. McCollum left side for 3. Again, McCollum missing.
His 3-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
And good that time. He's got 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
McCollum against Kennard. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. Nurkic with the block.
His coaches and teammates like this type of energy. Nurkic demonstrated that he could be an anchor on the defense.
McCollum finds Powell. Back to McCollum. Out to Anthony. Pass to Powell. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 4 rebounds in this game. Morris into the lane. The lead now cut to single digits.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
McCollum against Jackson. Now here's McCollum. T right on him. 3-pointer. The shot misses. And so it's Portland holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the floor for Portland, Giles is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. The drive by Rondo. It's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Now here is George.
And guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Nobody near Lillard. Sinks the 3-pointer. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses. He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Kicks it out to Lillard. Takes the 3. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. The pass to Giles. Paul George with the steal. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Lillard. Kanter dishes to Lillard. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Stolen by Beverly. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jumps up, and then Leonard with the dunk.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Here's Simons. Over to the wing. Lillard from outside. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lillard misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Leonard, stolen by Kanter. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break feet. Pass to Simons. The 3. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists in the game. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV side. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Now, here's Lillard. From deep. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. Out to the wing. Here's Simons, defended by George. to the wing right side. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Portland.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Damian Lillard.
His passes were crisp tonight. Pinpoint. So many easy buckets came off his assist.
And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Lillard against Beverly. From deep three-point range. And that one's good, Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 15.
All night long, Lillard has been taking over on the offensive end. I mean, adjusting to every defense they've thrown at him.
Here's Patterson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard with it. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. D.A.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Rivers. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, again, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
And Jokic throws it down hard.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
George passes to Morris. Here's Oturu. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jokic.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside Gordon. And that one's good, Jokic.
When you let Jokic get comfortable, it's a wrap. It's all over. He's a skilled scorer on the interior.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Four on the clock. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. The wing jumper off target. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned, and I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
Here's Rivers. Paul George making his last shot. It's hauled in by Zubac. Here's George. And he gets the bucket. George has got 6 points.
Boy, how about the deceptive strength of George fending off the defense exceedingly well there and taking the ball strong to the rack.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Count that one.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Harrison. Millsap finds Jokic. Count the basket. He's got 6. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now Jackson. Shot clock at 5. The shot's good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
1:11 left here in the opening quarter. And here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. 5 on the clock. Jokic with it. He's got 6. Nice D from Cousins. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 4. The pass to Harrison. Back to Rivers. Harrison in the corner. From the arc. Here's Millsap. That one, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Man passes to Jackson. And that one, good. Jackson's got his second bucket.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
In the corner, it's Gordon for the 3. Here's Green. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And here's Leonard from 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. And there's Batum, and it's Man in at the 3 spot.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
There's Harrison. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Gordon. Fires from deep. Good on the triple.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanic, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Passes it to Man, and Leonard has it in the corner. With the floater, the putback, Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got 4 this quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now, here is Morris. It's Jokic, top of the key. Over Jackson. Jokic, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And Batum kicks to Leonard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now a 7-point Los Angeles lead for Denver. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Porter passes to you. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Pass to George. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up In a preseason game, we played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Pass to Jokic. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
1:09 left to play here in the half. Beverly finds George. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
On the wing, Porter. All sorts of time. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Clippers pick up 2. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. This is to McGee. And the wide open shot from Green. And another miss by Denver. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Rondo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know, Rondo's always looking to pass, and the threat of him passing can oftentimes open things up for him on the fast break.
Millsap attacking, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Campazzo, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in and that'll...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Gordon. He's out there with Porter. Austin Rivers is out there with Jokic.
Amazing athleticism from George. I mean, sprinting towards the bucket and getting there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Morris. Here's Gordon. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now here's Leonard. This is the most they've led by 13 points.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Rivers. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac, who's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard. George has got 4 this quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here's Beverly, and he makes good on the layup. Beverly's got his first points in this one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now, here's Jokic. He's got 10. Stripped it away. Leonard looking around. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now to the left side wing. Beverly for three. Jokic grabs the miss.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Will it go? Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. And then for Denver, JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic. And it's Green in for Aaron Gordon.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Now here is McGee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. To the paint. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Here's Millsap. Cousins with the block.
Well, I love when Cousins uses his reach and strength to stymie shooters. Nice positioning on defense there.
There's the pass to Man. Outside Rondo. Inside Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Passes to Harrison. A three ball. Cousins pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Rondo can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Hoop and harm for Millsap there. Terrific body control and concentration.
The Nuggets shooting their third free throw shot of the game. Clippers leading by 18. Rondo kicks to Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Rondo on top. And he gets it to go. Rondo's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
35 seconds left to play in the third. Second chance shot. Pass to Man. From outside the arc. Rondo, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
McGee, the pass to Millsap. And the rejection by Cousins. Here's Man. There's 3-pointers off the mark. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. The Nuggets trail by 20. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverly. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. It's stolen by Morris. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Now, here's Jokic. He's guarded closely. Count it.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Clippers leading by 18. Now, here's Beverly. Pass to George. Zubac kicks to George. From 18 feet away. Oturu, the pass to Zubac. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Clippers lead by 20. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Jokic against George. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Rivers. Rivers has got 3 assists in the game. Outside, George. And the pass to Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Beverly. The dish now to Leonard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Clippers leading by 16. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. And Beverly kicks to George. Pass to Beverly. Back to George.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jokic, the Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Kept alive, goes back up. Leonard, that's for 2. George looking around. From deep. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his first basket.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
George missing again. The Nuggets trail by 16. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Jokic gets it to go.
Boy, it's a joy to see Jokic get the hot hand. A very efficient, multi-talented scorer. Knows how to dial it up a notch when he needs to.
Now, here's Beverly. Outside, George. Back to Beverly. He kicks it to Leonard. He dishes it to Beverly. George, that's a 2-pointer. That one rolling around and rims out. Nuggets have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. It's Rivers on the wing. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic, and contact on the and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Clippers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
44 seconds left in the game. Rivers against George. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9.
And every single season, Paul George has kicked his game up another level. I think he's a premier two-way forward who gets it done at both ends.
Pass to Jokic. Good on the bucket.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21, and that's an intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
And Jokic slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
It's the first that will put them up by 9. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Denver with the ball.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Rivers can't get it to go. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Even all right, David, thank you. The Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge and the state flag. Now it's ended.
Kevin, thanks. Well,
thanks, David. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And here's Beverley. Passes it to Oturu. And here's George for 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflection.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. We played just over a minute here in the first. That's good for George on the assist by Morris.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Richardson against George. Now here's Richardson. Defense is right there. Off with the layup.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
Oturu, the pass to George. From 18 feet away. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Now, here's Doncic. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Beverly, the pass to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis with the rebound. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Doncic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Mann. The pass to Leonard. To the inside. And then Cousins with the dunk.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Now here's Batum. A second chance effort. Kleba with the rebound.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Porzingis can't hit. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Good on the shot.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
1:24 left to play in the first. Pass to Doncic. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
14 feet away, it's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Hardaway, uses the glass to finish the layup.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
On the wing, Jackson. 35 seconds left in the first.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Out to Hardaway. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Outside for Rondo. Back to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
With 2 seconds left. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead by 3. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Marjanovic is out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Powell in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Here's Mann. Burke covering. Mann passes to Leonard. Here's Cousins. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Brunson with a clean look. From outside, off the mark. Clippers leading by 7. Oh, Leonard in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Marjanovic. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
This is one where the 2nd foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Marjanovic. Doncic is checked in for Burke. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hardaway. From 15 feet away, Beverly the pass to Zubac. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his 1st foul. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Here in the 2nd quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Leonard kicks to George. With the tip, great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Richardson up top, defended by George. Richardson, good.
Nice job by Richardson getting to the inside. High percentage play to the basket.
Beverly looking around. Outside Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 6 points.
Yeah, this story in the 2nd quarter much different than the one in the 1st. We're finally seeing some aggression.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Outside, George. Now here's Leonard. He's tightly guarded, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Oturu's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Back to Cauley Stein. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Clippers lead by 15.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first half of the game. 2 points. That one goes.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Outside Leonard. Back to Beverly. On the wing, George. With 1 on the clock. And it's he nails. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead up. And that.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4. 4 on the shot clock. Here's George. Takes the 12-footer and hits. George has got 8 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Doncic. The shot from the low post is good.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Beverly finds George. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Back to Richardson. 14 feet away. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers leading by 15. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Rondo against Brunson. Got a piece of it. Here's Mann. And there's the pass to Kennard.
Get there, get there.
Morris looking over the floor. And it's Luke Kennard with the 3. And the Clippers lead by 20.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Here's Redick. Drills the baseline jumper.
JJ showing off a little bit of the in-between game. Redick exploiting the gaps in the defense on that possession.
Pass to man. Now here's Batum. The dish to Rondo. Porzingis with the block. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. A different look for Dallas. Billy Cauley-Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. And Trey Burke subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Now Burke. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A three from Leonard. The Mavericks pull it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Porzingis is double. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
From deep three-point range, and it's Leonard missing, but they'll get another chance. Mavericks trail by 16. And the wide-open shot from Redick. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Redick's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Sometimes on the move, tough to find some touch. JJ able to do it with that shot there.
And it's Leonard, top of the key. Count it, good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Burke with it over Jackson. Up again. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Right side, Leonard. Fires it up. Another miss by Leonard.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Cauley-Stein. Lays it up and banks it in.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Jackson looking around. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Offensive rebound. Jackson passes to Oturu. The shot by George, wide open. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Now Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
From deep. Doncic, no good.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Outside, George. Off target with his 3. Mavericks trailed by 16. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson kicks to George. Fires for 3. No good on the shot. And the Mavericks going the other way now.
not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, when you see Porzingis attack the glass, you want to stand up in your seat. There's been these opportunities where we've seen him flying in for some highlight dunks.
Jackson finds George. George missing again.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going. I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Jackson passes to Oturu. From deep, George. They grab their own miss. From deep three-point range, the three-pointer is right on target. And the Clippers lead by 17.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Here's Doncic. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Outside, George. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pass to Oturu. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. 5 to shoot. And it's George again missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Here's Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Zubac finds Jackson. And here's George for 3. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, another 10-cut moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
And Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
It's George on the wing. And it's George again missing.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Hits the three-point bomb.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
George from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. And the Clippers lead by 13.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Outside, Jackson passes it to George. The pass to Oturu. From deep. The long-distance 3 is buried.
Yeah, Paul George, no problem pulling up well behind the three-point line to knock him down.
Here's Doncic. Basket good.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
So the Clippers winning this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K's. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
GA, thanks a lot. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the power forward position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Zubac kicks to George. Basket counts.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Stolen by George. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Lillard against Beverly. Kicks it out to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And it's Lillard missing.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
George with no one around. Again, Los Angeles.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Lillard left side. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
George, no good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Now Lillard. Paul George missing from long range.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Zubats. Rebound by Nurkic. Trailblazers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. The Clippers in the lead. Oturu, the pass to Beverly, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's McCollum. Fires the 3. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Here's Rondo. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
To the right side. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Buries it from 3-point range.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man. Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Now, here's Cantor. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. It's good on the putback.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Rondo. In the corner, Kennard with it. Fires the 3. They get it again.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And here's Anthony from the arc. And no good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Lets it go with the 3. And Cantor pulls it down. The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And it's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a chance there to look back at the stunning Mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
On the wing, Jackson. Pass to Mann. Excellent D from Cantor. And a wide open look for McCollum, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Paul George, he's been the guy. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive as the...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum's out there with Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's man in at the 2-guard spot. Powell against George. Does not score for only the second time in 7 shots this game. Here's Simons. Tries to save it. And now Batum pushing it up. No one back to stop him. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Powell. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
Good read from Paul George. He's very skilled at realizing when he should make these passes.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They trail by 6. Powell finds Canner. Here's Simons. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. He doesn't hit that one. Good work defensively by Lillard. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Nurkic trying to get open.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Count it.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Lillard with no one around. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 7 points.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
McCollum's checked in for Anthony. McCollum finds Nurkic. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Lillard misses.
The will is there, but the execution is lacking. He can't seem to finish plays this quarter.
And it's good for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
1:30 left in the first half. Here's Lillard. Rondo with some nice D.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. But they recover it. Zubac the pass to Oturu. Lillard comes with the double team. Second shot opportunity. Rondo can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 9. Trying to break that ice cold streak, and it's Lillard missing.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Oturu's shot is off. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And the basket by McCollum.
Quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. Leonard attacking. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Shot from 12. And the rejection by Cousins. Jones looking for an opening.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. And the Clippers have possession. Jackson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so we wrap up the first half. Clippers lead by 7.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 steals. That's all for now.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now McCollum. And the rejection by Zubac. And Nurkic gets it to go. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Morris. Another shot. Can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Lillard attacking to the middle. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Nurkic.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
And that one's good. Beverly.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. And here's Covington. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Just 5 to shoot. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. George against McCollum. And that one's good. George has got 15 points.
Man, he's been on point, not forcing things, getting the most of his looks within the flow.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Jacks up a three. Lillard again missing.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Beverly finds Morris. On the wing, George. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And it's Lillard missing.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
And stolen by Lillard. And now Covington running the floor all by himself. And the dunk by Covington.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
Here's Jackson, and he comes up with the deuce. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Trailblazers. 7-point differential. The pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Now here's Cantor. Launches a three, and that's good. Damian Lillard for 3. 12 points for him.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had 1 triple in the first half, now has his 2nd.
Here's Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
29 seconds left to play here in the third. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Lillard against Jackson. Drops in the layup for 2. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Three-pointer, Lillard. He can't get that one. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead, up 6. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got DeMarcus Cousins. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. Now here's Jackson. Five on the clock. Cousins trying to free himself up. And foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes. in the offseason.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Jackson looking around. Morris right side. Here's George. That one falls.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Here's George. Cousins trying to free himself up. George, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. And it's Simons missing.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute. He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
McCollum against George. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Kicks it out to Leonard. Launches it. And it's Portland with the rebound. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. Lillard finds Canner. Back to Lillard. The tray. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
And Canner throws it down.
And his teammates love it. Canner taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
Leonard attacking. Good work there as it goes. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Can't help but love the way Leonard plays the game. Stone-faced assassin.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Here's Beverley. And Anthony sends it back. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And Canner throws it down.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And it's Beverley missing. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. They now take the lead.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Leonard inside, defended by Jones. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Lillard against Beverley, and it's blocked.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverley is a great shot blocker.
And 2 shot, and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to have a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony, and it's Powell in for Derek Jones. Here's George. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And the Clippers lead by 6. Lillard, right side. And that one hits back iron. And so Los Angeles takes the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg. Nestled among the peaks of the... Looking now at the lineup for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the four-man position. And for the Nuggets, they've got Michael Porter. Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Austin Rivers. That's good for George on the assist by Beverly.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
There's the pass to Porter. Here's Jokic, and they pick up 2. And both teams, Doris, battling injury.
Kevin, we have seen that when someone is injured, that means an opportunity for a bench player to show what they have. And the coaching staff maybe has to get a little bit more creative than usual.
Paul George again.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Pass to Porter. Got a piece of it. And here is Morris. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverly to get in transition.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Pass to Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now, here is George. Beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Off the inbound.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Oturu, a shot's good on the assist by George.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking. Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
George with no one around. The offensive rebound. Morris kicks to George. The 3. George missing again.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Green, the pass to Gordon. High post try. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Clippers in the lead.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go. And I can't say I blame him.
Rivers surveying the D. .132 left in the first quarter. Outside Gordon. 6 to shoot. There's Harrison, covered by Morris. Millsap misses. And with the dunk contest in Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
Now here's Rivers. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Green. Stolen by Jackson. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Mann. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Rivers dishes to Green. Here's Millsap. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Here's Mann, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And stolen by Cousins. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by George, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And that one's good. Green.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Now Jackson. Feeds it to Batum. On the wing, Jackson. With 1 on the clock, and he sinks the layup.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production.
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
Come get it, come get it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Rivers, and there's JaVale McGee. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Rivers with it. No points in the game yet for him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5, and the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul. Leonard on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers, and it's Leonard missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Well, the coaching staff loves seeing this kind of playmaking from Austin Rivers, the willingness to share the basketball.
It's Jackson with the drive, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
Knocked away. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson's got the ball, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There are several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. The Clippers also changing it up. George is checked in for Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. It's Porter outside. They get it back. And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
George passes to Zubac. Outside, George. And the pass to Oturu. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Here's Porter. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
They've got an effective passing big man in Millsap. He does a lot for their chemistry.
Outside, George. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. Here's Beverley. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The Nuggets making a switch here. McGee's checked in. On the wing, Porter. That shot off, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Oturu, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
You can see Patrick Beverley lifting his team with his ability to find an open teammate. Pretty pass.
Porter kicks to Harrison. Here's Millsap. And another miss by Denver.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Beverley finds Zubac. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Green left side. Millsap passes to Harrison. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Nuggets have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Gordon's checked in for Green. And the Clippers with a change here too. Kennard's checked in. Harrison kicks to Gordon. Denver shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting for Denver, Aaron Gordon at the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Well, there's a versatility and a fearlessness about which Aaron Gordon goes about his business. This guy can be an effective two-way player who's got to keep working on the defensive end.
Jackson down low. He feeds it to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, nice finish. DeMarcus has the ability to absorb contact and still make the play.
And so it's Los Angeles with a sizable...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, the Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, how'd you see it? And
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubats. Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 4. It's tipped. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gordon finds Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
Taking 2 shots.
And Jokic drops them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Clippers leading by 16. Outside, George. And it's sent back by Jokic. Porter with it. Guarded now by Morris.
He just jumps so fast. I mean, give Porter a chance to dunk, and he doesn't think twice about it.
Beverly the pass to George. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And the first one drops.
But you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's George. Morris trying to free himself up. That's good for George on the assist by Rondo.
Well, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, GA.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The Nuggets trail by 16, and it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's his first foul. A different look for Denver. Green comes in for Porter, and it's Harrison in for Rivers. Passes to Harrison, down low. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his third foul of the game. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's Gordon, now off the inbound. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Gordon's got 6.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Outside, Batum. And Cousins kicks to Beverly. And the layup falls. He has 6.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
To the left wing. Harrison in the corner. Takes a 3. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 16. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Inside, Batum with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Campazzo, he's covered by Leonard. Kicks it to Gordon. Three-pointer. The Nuggets with another miss. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Here's the 3. No good. Shot missing. Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Harrison scanning the floor. Pass to Green. Here's Harrison. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
7'6" wingspan in the house, and he says, get it out of here.
To the wing on the left. Back to Batum. To the paint. Cousins finds Batum. Just 5 on the clock. Man passes to Leonard. A three-pointer off the mark. Kicks it out to Gordon. Over Cousins. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
This is the all-around impact of DeMarcus Cousins. Points.
And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. You've got Monte Morris. Jermichael Green is out there with Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Harrison in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver.
Michael Porter. Austin Rivers.
Here's Rivers. Misses the 3. Los Angeles leading by 20. Outside Leonard. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Jokic. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Jackson misses. The Nuggets trail by 21.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Leonard. And Batum kicks to Leonard. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Here's Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Pass to Man. And Leonard has it in the corner. Good on the 3-point shot.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The pass to Jokic. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh! Well, at 6'9", great athlete, Aaron Gordon can be a problem on the glass.
Passes it to Leonard. From deep. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And finished off by Porter.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense in no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
To the left wing. Pass to Batum. And here's Leonard from 3. Outside for Batum. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from 3-point range. This is not a 4th quarter he's going to want to remember.
Back to Jokic. Outside, Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Denver with a new 14. Tries again. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, I'll tell you this. He is a relentless scorer at this point, Aaron Gordon. He is not afraid of taking contact.
In a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris, fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Clippers.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Morris passes to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. And it's McGee with the jam.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Pass to Beverly. And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's Gordon with the finish.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Shot by Gordon, wide open. Again, the miss by Gordon. And here's Beverly. Now the pass to George. Unloads. Unable to get that one. Outside Gordon. It's stolen by Morris. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.